Why is horror not scary anymore? Or is it just me? And have I become such a jaded old fart that nothing scares me? Because nothing scares me. I am afraid of shark movies. Yes, some shark movies I actually can't watch because I think it's called thalassophobia or something. I don't like deep water. Okay, so I know there's a movie coming out called Whale Fall, which I know that I'm not going to be able to watch. It's about that guy that gets swallowed by a whale. God help me, sweet Jesus, my actual skin crawls just thinking about it. But I'm not going to watch that because it'll absolutely destroy me. But why is like horror not scary anymore? I watched a film a little while ago about these people that were trapped in this cabin, and it was like they lived the same thing over and over and again. I think it was Dead by Dawn or something, and there were some gnarly scenes in there, but it wasn't really that frightening. I watched The Mummy, that Cronin guy. I watched that new one that's just come out. I was like, okay, again, gnarly, very sort of Evil Dead, not very scary. I watched Evil Dead Rise. It was a nasty movie, a very good movie, but not scary. And there used to be like really spooky shit out there, Maybe I'm just watching too many like studio produced films because they have to cater to the masses, and most of them are just an R rating anyway. We don't see things like, like The Changeling from the 80s, which was a truly nerve-shredding film. If anybody has seen it, it's genuinely frightening. I'll never forget, there's a scene where this little red ball comes bouncing down a staircase, and it was really scary. And the film had a really good hook as well. Movies like a really good one was The Innocents. Notice where I'm going with this. These are all movies from like the 60s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. The Innocents was with Deborah Carr, and she had to look after these two children, and there was this like possession thing going on. Watch the movie, it's really good. I don't find movies frightening anymore. I don't find that they scare me. Even jump scares, I can count on one hand how many times in the last, say, 15 years I've been caught by a jump scare. One, I have to mention one, which actually, oh my God, I actually get goosebumps thinking about it. It's not an English language film. It's called Where Evil Lurks, or When Evil Lurks, okay? And there's a scene with a dog and a little girl. All the hair standing up on my neck. You have to see this movie, okay? Because that was a kind of jump scare that caught me completely off guard. Completely off guard. I actually had to pause and go, what have I just seen? I had to rewind it. I could not believe what I'd just seen. It was almost traumatic. It was such a great kind of jump scare. But those are few and far between. I mean, I don't see a sort of big budget movies doing that anymore. Any jump scare you get is sort of, you can see it coming a mile away, even those, the Conjuring films, with the clap. Okay, that was quite a good one. But, the olden days when I was young, we used to get really, really spooky movies. But I've come to kind of think about it, and I think it's because we are, as movie fanatics, as movie collectors and movie sort of fanatics, I think we get exposed to so much horror, and so many horror movies and spooky movies and scary movies. I think we do become jaded, but not only jaded, we kind of, because things go in a circular motion, and what was fun in the 80s is now kind of coming around again. We see that with a lot of stuff like from the 80s. We see it in movies, we see it in music, we see it in fashion. I don't know if it's because we've kind of, in the back of our mind, we've seen this. We've seen this all, the usual kind of trope of the babysitter looking after the kids and the mad murderer breaks in and blah, blah. We've seen it. We had Halloween. We had Don't Pick Up the Phone or something, or just one call or whatever. We've seen these movies so many times that it's so boring, And then what annoys me is I might be sitting watching it with my husband, and I'm like, that was done in Black Christmas, please, that was done in sort of, Halloween. And the poor guy, first of all, he doesn't like horror movies, and secondly, when he does sit down and watch a horror movie, I'm like yawning and saying, oh God, what a load of shit, We watched a film the other day called Bring Her Back, and I had to basically force him to watch it, and it was okay. I wasn't terribly excited about it because I'd seen all of this done before. And this is why movies, to me, are not scary. Can we not come up with something that is original, something that is not a remake? God help us, we're getting remakes of everything. There's no original thought process in Hollywood anymore, or everything is a remake, or everything is a continuation, or what do they call them? A legacy sequel or something. Fuck that, man. I don't care. Find me something that's original. This is why I love indie movies. I like movies that are way past their sell-by date in like the 80s and the 70s. And I kind of like extreme movies because most extreme movies, perhaps 95% of them, are indie movies. And they are movies that come up with some very interesting concepts, some scary concepts. And I'm not saying that, it's got to be blood and guts, and that's common. Anybody can sit through. Gore and splatter movies, they don't frighten me. Sometimes I've got to be like, okay, but they don't scare me. I don't find those films scary. Terrifier films, I don't find scary, okay? They're so over the top, they're actually almost comical. Great fun to watch with the whole family, especially the younger children. They would love it. There's one that's set at Christmas time. You could watch Miracle on 54th Street, and then you could go straight into Terrifier 2, or was it 3? Family entertainment, man, not scares, not fear, Please don't take that seriously, for those of you who out there who are sort of thinking I'm being serious. I'm not. It's not the heat of the African sun. I need a scary film. Recommend it to me. I am tired of watching the rerun of Bones on Netflix. Please, people. Let me know what you think is a scary movie. Oh, and by the way, while you're down there, subscribe, press all the little buttons. Apparently there's a little bell that you can ring, and it'll show you like my next video that's coming up. So yeah, do all of that for me, please. I need the support. I will see you in the next reel.